According to Learning and Development Pros, the most important skills to master are resilience and adaptability, communication across remote or distributed teams, and drumroll, emotional intelligence. Y'all, what? This is fire. Welcome to the EQ Gangster podcast, where you will learn practical tools to grow your mental and emotional health and intelligence to be the best version of yourself, both at work and at home. It is real, raw, and transformational. The journey of emotional growth isn't easy, but it's worth it. I believe in you. EQ Gangsters, awesome episode today. This is going to be directly read from 30 behavioral interview questions to assess soft skills, taken directly from LinkedIn Talent Solutions. These are not my questions, y'all. This is from business.linkedin.com/talent solutions resources interviewing talent, etc. Big, giant, long URL. So this is from LinkedIn Talent Solutions, not from Noble. So I'm reading directly from this article. Some really fascinating questions for those y'all that are leaders in training, leaders that at some point will get a job or change jobs or be interviewing other folks to bring on at your job or on your team, etc. I am thankful for the opportunity to coach and mentor a couple young ladies. One, my daughter, she is currently 16, another, her cousin, who is 18. And one thing I'm doing is we're doing daily gratitude exercise. So one thing we do is read the Bible every day, and then all three of us do takeaways on, okay, what'd you get out of it? What'd you get out of it? What'd I get out of it? And then we do our gratitude, or maybe I'll do gratitude first and then the Bible. And it's just fascinating to hear what these young ladies are grateful for. It's awesome. I love it. Just to hear what's important to them, what's on their heart, what's on their brain in that time. And then how they view the world, right, when they're sharing their takeaways from whatever Bible passage that we read that morning. It's just been fascinating. So thankful for learning, being able to learn new things, and thankful for hopefully creating a hunger in other people to learn and grow and want to change and become the best version of themselves possible. 30 behavioral interview questions to assess soft skills. Again, I'm reading off of Business LinkedIn Talent Solutions. You can probably Google this. If you just Googled LinkedIn Talent Solutions 30 behavioral interview questions to assess soft skills, this document will pop up. So again, I am literally reading off of this document. So if you're on YouTube, watch me on YouTube, you'll be able to see me looking down. If you're on the podcast, that's fine. Just listen. There are some great skinny and some great stats here. They surveyed nearly 1,300 hiring managers about which soft skills they look for and the behavioral-based interview questions they asked. While every role and candidate is different, interviewers called out the following soft skills as the best indicators of which candidates will excel: adaptability, culture add, collaboration, leadership, growth potential, and prioritization. 92% of talent professionals believe soft skills are as important or even more important than hard skills. 92%, y'all, of talent professionals believe soft skills are as or more important than hard skills. That's fire. Okay, adaptability is essential for employees. 46% of leaders said upskilling or reskilling was a top focus area this year. Upskilling or reskilling. So adaptability, is the trait that they're looking for. So 5 questions to help you screen for adaptability. Tell me, and think about how you would answer these questions too. So not only pay attention to the question, but like, how would you answer these questions if you were getting interviewed for your adaptability? Well, and of course, you don't know that that's what they're asking for. How would you answer these questions? Number one, tell me about a time when you were asked to do something you had never done before. How did you react? How did you learn? What did you learn? Fascinating. And then it says, listen for excitement about tackling new challenges and a willingness to leave their comfort zone, knowing they'll learn something valuable from the experience. Super fascinating. Number 2, I'm not going to go into the listen for that. You just read the article if you want to see it yourself. Just pay attention to the question. Number 2, describe a situation in which you embraced a new system, process, technology, or idea at work that was a major departure from the old way of doing things. Also fascinating. Number 3, recall a time when you were assigned a task outside of your job description. How did you handle the situation? What was the outcome? I love this, y'all. This is fire. Number 4, tell me about the biggest change you've had to deal with. How did you adapt to that change? Number 5, tell me about a time when you had to adjust to a colleague's working style in order to complete a project or achieve your outcomes. Tell me about a time when you had to adjust to a colleague's working style in order. That's a great one. Oh my gosh, y'all. This is fire. According to Learning and Development Pros, the most important skills to master are resilience and adaptability, communication across remote or distributed teams, and drumroll, emotional intelligence. Y'all, what? This is fire. Culture ad. Looking for culture ads can help identify candidates that bring a new perspective and reduce hiring bias. Number 1, what are the 3 things that are most important to you in a job? Number 2, tell me about a time in the last week when you've been satisfied, energized, and productive at work. What were you doing? Number 3, what's the most interesting thing about you that's not on the resume? Money. Number 4, what would make you choose our company over others? Excellent question. Number 5, what's the biggest misconception your coworkers have about you, and why do they think that? Oh man, that's so good. Oh man, 75% of organizations with frontline decision-making teams reflecting a diverse and inclusive culture that will exceed 75%. The percentage, interesting. The percentage of organizations with frontline decision-making teams reflecting a diverse and inclusive culture will exceed their financial targets. 75% is the percentage of organizations with frontline decision-making teams reflecting. Okay, so the bottom line is, I think it's helpful to have people with different perspectives that are willing to share. That's the point, I think, there is different ages, different generations, different genders, different maybe racial, ethnic backgrounds, different, maybe different educational backgrounds, different universities, different, some military, some not military, right? All those different perspectives, I think, can make a difference in the quality of the decision making that happens there. Collaboration. When a role requires teamwork, strong collaboration skills make a big difference. So 5 behavioral interview questions to help you screen for collaboration. Number 1, give an example of when you had to work with someone who is difficult to get along with. How did you handle interactions with that person? Oh, that's fire. Number 2, tell me about a time when you were communicating with someone and they did not understand you. What did you do? Number 3, tell me about one of your favorite experiences working with a team and the contributions you made. Number 4, describe the best partner or supervisor you've ever worked with. What part of their management style appealed to you? Can you share an experience where a project dramatically shifted direction at the last minute? What did you do? 65% is the likelihood that teams who collaborate will stay with the company compared with their more isolated peers. So 65%, that's big. That's big. Leadership. 5 behavioral interview questions to help you screen for leadership. Tell me about the last time something significant didn't go according to plan at work. What was your role? What was the outcome? Number 2, describe a situation where you needed to persuade someone to see things your way. What steps did you take? What were the results? Number 3, tell me about a time when you led by example. What did you do and how did others react? Number 4, tell me about the toughest decision you had to make in the last 6 months. Number 5, have you ever had to sell an idea to your coworkers or group? How did you do it? What were the results? 50% of employees have left a job because of poor management. I've seen numbers as high as 86% on that one. So I'm not sure, this must be a different survey. I've seen high 80s of why people left a job is because of poor management. Growth potential. 5 interview questions to help you screen for growth potential. Number 1, recall a time when your manager was unavailable when a problem arose. How did you handle the situation? Who did you consult with? Number 2, describe a time when you volunteered to expand your knowledge at work as opposed to being directed to do so. Number 3, what would motivate you to make a move from your current role? Number 4, when was the last time you asked for direct feedback from a superior and why? Number 5, what's the biggest career goal you've achieved? The cost of replacing an employee relative to their salary is 1.5 times. The cost of replacing an employee relative to their salary. That's huge. Prioritization. 5 interview questions to help you screen for prioritization. Number 1, tell me about a time when you had to juggle several projects at the same time. How did you organize your time? What was the result? That's great. Oh my goodness. Number 2, tell me about a project you planned. How did you organize and schedule the tasks? Number 3, describe a time when you felt stressed or overwhelmed. How did you handle it? Number 4, give an example of a time when you delegated an important task successfully. Number 5, how did you determine what amount of time is reasonable for a task? Excellent question. Oddly enough, that's an excellent question. Companies ranked a candidate's ability to plan, organize, and prioritize work as the 3rd most important skill. Fascinating. Again, all those questions were from LinkedIn Talent Solutions. 30 behavioral interview questions to assess soft skills. Those were not Noble's questions, okay? Just want to make that clear. Some excellent questions, y'all. Which one of those was your favorite? Is there a different question that you like to ask or that you've heard elicits, maybe something, a quality or trait that you're looking for? And maybe, you're looking for different qualities and traits than what they mentioned here regarding the adaptability, the culture add, collaboration, leadership, growth potential, and prioritization, the ability to prioritize and delegate. So some fascinating traits and qualities that all those hiring managers are looking for, and then some excellent questions that they brought up. And there's some other really good ones too, but just wanted to share those with you. And some of those stats and quotes I thought were very, very relevant as well. That one, especially about the importance of, here we go, according to Learning and Development Pros, the most important skills to master are resilience, adaptability, communication across remote or distributed teams, and emotional intelligence. Fire, y'all. Here's one on initiative. So initiative or adaptability and even leadership is a great, it's not even a book. It's like a pamphlet. You can probably find, it's probably on a PDF somewhere on the internet. If you Google A Message to Garcia by Albert Hubbard. A Message to Garcia by Albert Hubbard, written in 1899. It's 2.5 pages. I just found it on the internet. 2.5 pages long. Fire. Absolutely fire, y'all. Thank you for letting me be part of your journey and being a part of my journey. And thank you for sharing. If there's a particular episode that resonated, love it if you would share it with some of your friends, family, or colleagues. Thank you for rating, reviewing, subscribing, commenting. Totally, totally grateful for you all for being a part of this journey together.